Hey faces, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am doing a makeup look that I saw on Pinterest. I forgot to take the picture and show it to you guys, but it's this eye look. The eye makeup is a purple and gold inspired look. So I thought, you know what, let me get my Mary Kay palette and let me try to recreate this look. And I think it came out pretty darn good. As you know, most of my products are Mary Kay. Well, all of them except for one in this video. The one product that I'm not using Mary Kay for is the liquid eyeliner. But everything else is Mary Kay. So I'm starting with my brows. And y'all know how much I love the brow tint. The brow tint is just so good. That little brush just makes it look like you are doing hair strokes. You're filling in the color but not going crazy. So it doesn't darken my brows like a pencil does. So that's why I really like the brow tint. And I just follow the curve of my eyebrow. My shape is pretty good, so I don't have to do too much. And then now, of course, I am carving out my brows, and I use this is the Mary Kay concealer in the color, I believe this is Deep 1. Just because, okay, this shade is about 2 shades ish, and that one may be, I may be mistaken, that may be medium too that I'm using. But for my brown girlies, y'all always want to make sure that you do a base for your eyeshadow. This is a concealer that is 2 to 3 shades lighter than your normal skin tone, just so you can see the eyeshadow, the color the way it is supposed to look, because color looks different on brown skin than it does on a tan or white canvas. So you want to start with a nice base so that your colors will pop and not look muddied, and that's what you're going to get if you don't start with some concealer and lighten up your eyelids. And so then now I'm going in with the deepest shade in the concealers that we have. This is Deep 3, and I am going into the front of my brows, deepening that color so it doesn't look crazy. It's just an easy way to bring that shock of tan down a little bit. Makes it look more natural when you put a deeper shade at the front of your eyebrow, because the highlighted portion, you want it to be right at that brow bone. And yes, I am dancing just a little bit. Y'all know how I do. I'm always dancing, I'm always moving, so don't be surprised. Also in this video, y'all will see me turn and talk to several people who, folks want to talk to you when you got stuff to do. So don't worry about that. Your girl is still doing the makeup. The colors that I'm using today is Frozen Iris. And guys, you know that this is probably my favorite color of all the Chroma Fusions. This deep plum color that has a little bit of shimmer in it is just beautiful. I love wearing it. I love like the different colors that I can use with it, but it shows up really well and it goes really good with my skin tone. And then I'm just buffing that out. I guess you don't call it buffing out, whatever that's called, using a fluffy brush to diffuse the color. I guess that's the way it's supposed to be said, but I'm just diffusing that color a little bit, and then I am going back in with some more frozen iris because I really want to pack that color in so that it can show up and, you know, pop. And then I'm going back in with my fluffy brush and I am diffusing that. I am taking a little onyx and putting that in the crease and a little bit on my lash line. I like the way that gives the color some dimension. So I've got a deepening of that purple look, and it's beautiful when you know, add some depth and it's not just one color. And then of course for the eyelid, I am going in with Gold Status. That is also a Chroma Fusion color, which is beautiful. That Gold Status is just, it pops. It is a beautiful, beautiful color. It's a shimmer as well, but it really goes nicely on the eyelids. And y'all, at first I did not know that purple and gold like was gonna go together, but it actually really does. It's really pretty. And then you want to take your fluffy brush and you want to soften out those edges so that the colors sort of blend into one another. Not too much, but just enough so you don't have, you know, one color and then another color, but you want them to look like one is bleeding into the next one. So that's what I did. And then now I am underpainting. I love the this is the cream blush from the Anniversary colors that came out a few years ago, and I love the cream blush. It is just a really pretty color. I love how deep it is. And then I'm going in with my Mary Kay blush brush. And then this is when somebody tells you something and you just look at them and you're like, what? Okay. Anyway, now I am going in with just a liquid eyeliner. That, girl, y'all, I picked that up from the dollar store. Because I don't know, me and liquid, we have a love-hate relationship. I've gotten a lot better at doing liquid eyeliner, but your girl had to work at it. But anything worth having, you gotta practice at it. Yep, that's my soapbox. I'm done. I love the look that liquid eyeliner gives your makeup. It just makes it, I don't know, seem more sultry or defined. So, you know, that's why I like doing the liquid liquid eyeliner. And then y'all know I am not good at multitasking, which consequently, y'all, I found out is a myth. You cannot multitask. Your brain switches from one task to the other. It is not doing anything simultaneously. And your girl is not good at that. So talking and doing makeup, I have to remember what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm trying to be a good listener, but girl, I don't know. Okay, so now after I get done with my eyes, then I move on to my face. Guys, for the dark circles underneath my eyes, I use a darker concealer to even out that color underneath my eyes, so that there are no more dark circles. You want to go in with a color that is the same color as your skin tone. Mine is deep 3, and I dab that underneath the eyes just to even out that color. And then now I'm going to go in with my lighter concealer, and then I'm going to do that all over my face. Oh, and then I just, he told me something that I couldn't believe, y'all, so that was my reaction. Anyway, now I am going in with my concealer, and I am, this is the color Deep 2. Sometimes you have to play around to figure out which color looks better, so that you're not too light, because then you'll start to look ashy or gray if it's too light. And so then with my skin tone, Deep 2 is really good. I can even go to Deep 1 sometimes, but it just depends on what look I'm going for. And yes, I have a bougie little fan that I dry down my concealer with. Anytime you're using concealer, you want to dry it down a little bit so that it will stay in the place that you put it, instead of spreading all over your face like this is an oil painting. That's not what we're doing. Okay, so now I am taking my medium fluffy brush, or I guess this is a large fluffy brush, and I am blending out my concealer. You guys will notice that I am not wearing foundation or CC cream in this particular video or makeup look, because sometimes you don't need it. And Mary Kay Skincare has my skin looking right where I am, sometimes I don't need the CC cream or the foundation. Your girl's skin is popping and glowing, and that is thanks to the Mary Kay Skincare. And yeah, so I'm just going in and I'm just blending that out. I love to watch other makeup girlies and get tips from them and how they blend out their makeup, and what goes first and what techniques they're using. So I pick up a little stuff from them, because they are just amazing. They are straight artists. And so then I try to pick up what I can from them. And then yeah, I'm just blending that out. Guys, you want to blend your concealer out really, really well, so you don't have any harsh lines or looking crazy. And then I am going in with, I use the deepest shade, or what was our deepest shade in our foundation, which was 180. I use that to contour, because it is a little bit deeper than my actual skin tone. And then, contouring down the nose, the cheeks, a little bit around the forehead and the jawline, and then I am blending that out, making sure everything sort of blends together. Doing it on my jawline will give me a slimmer face, which I cannot complain about that. And then blending out what I put on my nose. Lots of this stuff is just practice. It's just doing it every day and sort of seeing what you like, what you don't like, what works for you. And I am putting on a little bit of bronzer. This is our Cocoa. And now, guys, I am gonna put on my translucent powder. I have a medium fluffy brush and I spray it with my Mary Kay setting spray first. And then I dip my brush into my translucent powder, and then I swirl it on the back of my hand, make sure there are no clumps or anything, and then I dab that on my face. I dab it anywhere that I put the concealer, because I'm setting my makeup. I'm setting my brows. Translucent powder is just awesome for this. I love the Mary Kay translucent powder because I don't have to try to match any color. I do bake a little bit under my cheeks just to give that a little more definition. And then I am going in with Shy Blush powder on top. So yeah, I do a cream blush underneath, and then I do a powder blush on top to give that color some depth. And I love using the blush brush. So good. So easy to handle and control. And now I'm just going in with a big powder brush. I couldn't find my Mary Kay powder brush. It's somewhere around there, but this is a different powder brush I am using. And then just wiping that powder away. And then now it is time for, I do eyeliner. Guys, take a puff to put on your eyeliner. When you drag down your eye to put on your eyeliner, you don't want to have a fingerprint or something like that. So using a puff will make sure that you don't have any fingerprints on your makeup that you spent all this time doing. So you don't want that. And now I'm just going in with that color that was left over on my brush. It had that frozen iris color. And now I am going in with 2 formulas of mascara because, baby girl, you need to. They do different things for your lashes, and we need all of them. Today I am doing, I believe this is Ultimate Mascara. Mary Kay's Ultimate Mascara. I love the wand on this. It feels so fluffy and soft. Like, it is really, really soft. And the way it just picks up all of those lashes and makes them look really good. I love. So this is my new obsession. I had been doing the Lash Intensity. Still love that one, but I'm on an Ultimate Mascara kick. And I have been for a couple of weeks. And then I do 2 to 3 coats of my first mascara. And then a coat is considered 1 pump into the mascara barrel. And you don't want to continuously pump because that puts unnecessary air and bacteria into your mascara tube, which is gross. And so now this is the second mascara that I'm using. This is the Great Heights waterproof mascara. I always use a waterproof as my second mascara because my eyes water. I have dry eyes, and crazy thing about dry eyes is that they're not dry. They actually run. So that's weird. Anyway, the waterproof gives me that, protection that I need just in case my eyes start watering. Don't want to look like a raccoon. So gotta have that waterproof as my second mascara. And then I use 2 to 3 coats of that. And then I only use the waterproof on my bottom lash. I don't use any other on the bottom, just the waterproof on the bottom, because I need that extra confidence that it's not gonna run anywhere. Okay, so now it's time for the lips, and I use the leftover concealer on my brush, and I put that on my lips just to give it, again, a nice base, so that the color can show through and pop. Just my preference, guys. I always line my lips with either black or brown, and it doesn't matter what color I'm using. I always do this. I just think for some reason it looks better on me when I do that. Anyway, so then I'm actually using the waterproof eyeliner in black on my lips. Don't know if Mary Kay recommends that, but that's just what I do. And now I am blending out my liner with a small brush, and then just going in, making sure I've got a nice line going on, outline for my lips. And then I am using, I believe this color is Beach Bronze. It is a nice brown color that I have sort of fallen in love with. It's beautiful. And that brown is just really nice neutral color. And guys, if you are wearing some funky eyeshadow, do a nude lip. Don't do color on top of color with your lips and your eyes, because you're gonna look crazy. And then in the middle, I am using Sheer Illusion. Just a nice neutral lip. Thanks, guys. This is the final look. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back and see me again.